Okay, so the next thing that we need to do before we sew up around the edge is to create a channel here for our piece of wood doweling to go through. So I've got my guide back again, and the last line that we're going to use is this sewing line. So we need to fold over onto the green line and place that on top of your banner in position, and this is going to be the line that we're going to sew across. It's going to give us enough space to put our wooden dowel in. So again, using your fabric marker or your tailor's chalk, just going to draw a line across the top there, and then that is where we're going to do our stitching, and you are going to have to stitch through all of the layers. So you're going to want to pin it in position so that it doesn't move, and we're going to use our white thread from your kit to sew along the line. Okay, so I have got my line of pins and the line that I'm going to do my stitching on, and I am using 2 strands of the white embroidery thread. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this end pin because we're going to bring our needle up in the middle between the 2 halves. So I want to hide my knot inside. So I'm going to bring it up just on the sewing line there, pull through, and I'm going to hide my knot in there. Make sure it's all lined back up again. I'm just going to replace that pin now so I can make sure I'm keeping it all together. And we're just going to do some simple running stitch across here. You could do a back stitch if you want to, but I quite like the look of a running stitch across. So the key to a nice looking running stitch is to try and keep the gap between your stitches the same length as the stitches. So I'm going for about 1/2 centimetre, making sure that I'm going all the way through to the back layer as well. Oh, my thread's not sitting very nicely there. Smooth that out a little bit. I'm just going to stitch all the way along to the other end. Okay, I have almost finished my stitching across my banner, but before we finish off, what we're going to need to do is to thread our dowel through, because we've ironed over this hem and we are going to basically shut the ends here. It's going to be quite difficult to get the dowel through without it getting stuck on that fold on the inside. So now is the best time to put your dowel in, because as you can see here, this end, it can get a bit stuck. So whilst we've got this side open and it's not stitched, we're going to put our dowel all the way through, and then we can finish our stitching. So with the dowel in, I'm just going to take my last couple of stitches. There's a small one at the end. Now to finish it off so that we hide the knot on the inside, what I'm going to do is just take the last stitch. I'm just going to take a really small stitch at the back, not go all the way through, just come up in between the 2 layers. And then fold that back so I can just finish off and do a little stitch inside there to hide my knot. Oh, that's turned into quite a big knot, but that'll be hidden inside there. Try to make sure that your dowel doesn't come through. There we go. Now we can stitch up the sides and add our tassels.